All right, and now we got the truth. Sun Jin Woo versus Son Goku. Who win? Now, last one, y'all already know who we gave to. It was fan made Saitama versus the Don Cannon CC Goku. Y'all know who I gave it to. The fan made Saitama. This one, it always a little mix between both. I always think it's good. I always say it's a toss up, but then I'll be giving the Sun Jin Woo. Then it'd be a toss up. Then, like I said, let's just hear his perspective, bro.
Sun Jin Woo versus Son Goku. Within the anime world, Goku has always been the bar of strength for every one of them. And now we have a matchup between two of the strongest. The Necromancer with the power of a player to get stronger with every win, versus the Saiyan who shatters his limits every single battle. So who wins? The one who gives his life till death, or the one who gives death to life? Who wins? Sun Jin Woo versus Son Goku. Sun Jin Woo, labeled as the weakest hunter in history. However, history is about to be rewritten when he enters a double dungeon. Looking around, he sees statues and on
it's so crazy that looking at the first one of him, and then like the first one was like, dang, bro. Then he upgraded, bro. He really upgraded, bro.
Tablet, it reads out the
bro. See, he upgraded big time, bro. I guess because he got help. He couldn't help.
Commands from God himself. With most of the hunters in the dungeon being instantly killed, they begin following the commands. But the last command is where it gets interesting, as they have to prove their faith. With Sun Jin Woo staying behind so that everyone can escape, it seems to be the end, with his final words being, "I wish I had another chance." And in that moment, a screen pops up asking if he wants to live. Waking up, Sun Jin Woo feels straight out of a dream, as a system granted him the ability to become a player, and now he must complete daily tasks to get stronger or there will be punishments. With each task that he completes, he gains rewards that he can use to increase his stats, and he's going to put all of his points into strength. Entering dungeon, Woo begins leveling up extremely fast. With the more monsters he kills, the stronger and stronger he gets, with the system itself being programmed.
And we can't forget, he also got that aura. So the aura also give him an extra boost. The aura also give him an extra boost
to keep him alive. Later, Jin Woo is notified by the system
aura forming to the max
to undergo a job change, with one condition being that the longer he survives in the dungeon, the higher chances he has of getting a good job. Jin Woo accepts and begins defeating all of the monsters in the dungeon until he comes face to face with one, the blood-red commander Igris. Jin Woo realizes that his opponent is unlike anything he's ever faced, and as their battle begins, Jin Woo is getting completely outclassed in every category, with Jin Woo's sword having no effect on him as he decides to use his bare hands, and Igris decides to do the same. And yet he's still being thrashed around and lands on the throne of an empty king. And right before he's killed, he catches Igris's sword and uses that split second to stab Igris in the neck and ultimately defeat him. After defeating Igris, Jin Woo is sent to the penalty area because he forgot to do his daily quest. And when he returns, the time spent in that area counts towards his survival time. And once all of the enemies are defeated, it's no surprise that he was given the highest grade of necromancer there is, receiving the title of Shadow Monarch, with Jin Woo now gaining the ability of shadow extraction, but this needs a key word. In order to survive in this world, you don't have to be the strongest. No, he won't listen to those lies. If you want them to wake up, say the word, arise.
Arise.
And with that single word, all of the defeated soldiers are reborn as a shadow army, but there's one more who's still asleep. Jin Woo tries to awaken Igris but fails twice, with him having only one more chance, telling Igris to fight for the man standing in front of him, and puts his hand out and says arise. And with that, he awakens his first boss summon, the Commander of Shadows, Igris. Jin Woo would go on to get even stronger, recruiting even more powerful soldiers into his army, with most of his shadows possessing insane physical strength and immense magical power, recruiting warriors like Tank, Iron, and Tusk, as well as the Ant King Baru. But this goes even further back than Jinwoo. At the dawn of time, there only existed two things, light and darkness, until the absolute being split light into the rulers and darkness into the monarchs. Both the rulers and monarchs are two sides of the same coin, as the rulers use their power to protect life and the monarchs use their power to destroy it. This eventually led to a war that lasted for eons between the monarchs and rulers. The rulers eventually killed the absolute being and killed all remnants of his existence. One ruler disagreed with this and turned on the rest, fighting for his god. In the end, he was granted one wish from God himself, the power to control the dead. And now all of this power is in the palm of Jinwoo's hand. But there's only one major problem. No one could handle the full power of the Shadow Monarch, but this is where the system comes in. The architect works with the Monarch of Shadows and makes a system that a human could eventually build up enough power to handle the Monarch's full strength. So in order for a human to get the full strength, he would have to build up more and more levels, eventually being able to use 100% capability. And the strength that Jinwoo achieves is absolutely ridiculous. According to the author of the solo leveling light novel, Rakon the King of Beast, even while weakened due to him being on Earth, has strength to turn the planet to dust, with Jinwoo being even stronger than the previous Monarch of Shadows and the Monarch of Destruction that are stated and shown to be on a completely different level than the rest of the monarchs. The true power of the Shadow Monarch is a weapon that is meant to destroy everything that God created. He killed all 8 monarchs and their army of 10 million soldiers, and effortlessly killed hundreds of titans, a race of planet-eating giants that possess powers equal to the monarchs themselves. In the light novel chapters 219 and 220, Sun Jinwoo talks with Ashbourne where he reveals the truth of the monarchs and rulers. The monarchs themselves would scale to the rulers due to them fighting against each other for eons, and in turn would scale to their feat of killing the absolute being, with it being stated that this being created everything in the universe, all dimensions, and even the world of death, which is stated to be infinite in size. With Sun Jinwoo being so focused on being stronger, he didn't forget to put some of his points into speed. As seen in his fight with the Monarch of Destruction, Jinwoo was able to dodge and react to Endos's attacks, which were described as moving at the speed of light. This is pretty interesting considering the system's strength stats contributes to your overall power and of course your speed. And he was even stated to be faster than light, but you can actually get him higher if you think that the monarchs themselves existed before time, which Jinwoo would be able to react to. As the new Shadow Monarch, Jinwoo is immortal and will live an eternal life, and those who die can be brought back with a single word. Within the series of Ragnarok, Jinwoo fights against outer gods, which are beings that are the same race as the absolute being and who have extra-dimensional magic that can break dimensional walls. Overall, Sun Jinwoo would scale from multiversal to complex multiversal with massively faster than light to immeasurable speed. So can Goku hope to defeat a fighter this strong? Well, Son Goku, a Saiyan whose goal is to become the strongest mortal in the multiverse. Even before the divine events of Dragon Ball Super, Goku's strength was ridiculous, as he was able to surpass characters like the Emperor of the Universe Frieza, who while holding back the force of his blast, still had enough power to destroy Namek, with the explosion being so powerful that it was seen outside of the galaxy, granting him multi-solar system levels of power. And even has multiple statements and guides that say Frieza could destroy the entire universe itself in his second form alone, surpassing Cell, who as well as Frieza has statements of being able to destroy the entire universe.
I mean, every time I see the Frieza part statement, it's so hyperbolt. But let's go.
It was also stated multiple times that he has infinite and bottomless strength, and not just in reference to the infinite energy that androids have, but his literal battle power is stated by the narrator, surpassing characters like the Grim Reaper of Justice Gotenks as a Super Saiyan 3, who is powerful enough to scream out of dimensions and warp reality simply by existing. And of course we can't forget Majin Buu, who as Buhan was threatening to destroy the entire universe with alternate dimensions just by powering up. Goku at this point in the series is fast enough to traverse through hell, which is stated to be infinite in size, granting him infinite speed, which is defined as crossing an infinite distance in a finite amount of time. Entering into the events of Dragon Ball Super, Goku is the strongest fighter on Earth and is now face to face with the god of destruction Beerus, who is in search for a being that will become his rival, a Saiyan enveloped in divine energy, a Super Saiyan God. Beerus is so strong that he's able to humiliate Super Saiyan 3 Goku and defeat him in only 2 blows, with Goku stating that not even fusion would be enough to defeat him, with the only way to win is to find the Super Saiyan God. Shenron tells Goku that the ritual required for him to obtain this power is 5 pure-hearted Saiyans putting their light into a 6th, putting their trust in the hope of the universe. Goku is enveloped in a blue light, and what comes out is a Saiyan that has truly reached divinity, Super Saiyan God Goku. Goku and Beerus begin their fight and they go higher and higher as Goku is learning to control this new pool of energy. Goku and Beerus clash and their fists are creating shockwaves that is not just going to destroy the living world, but the entirety of Universe 7, which is a hypothetical bubble that houses multiple different space-times, with the afterlife being stated in the Dragon Ball Daizenshuu 4 World Guide to be a transcendental realm that exists beyond the living universe, and was stated in Dragon Ball Super Exciting Guide to be beyond the concepts of space and time multiple times. With this having 2 different interpretations, as the afterlife could be 2-dimensional tiers above 4th dimensional, making it 6th dimensional at a bare minimum, or taking the route that the afterlife itself is devoid of the very concepts of space and time and is transcendental to all dimensions, making Dragon Ball's afterlife outerversal in nature, as it was even stated in the June 2013 V-Jump issue that Goku and Beerus' battle was super dimensional, with the kanji being Shojigen, which literally translates to being above higher dimensions. Goku loses his god form, but the power isn't lost and instead infused itself into Goku's being, meaning Goku has this universe-crushing power in his base form and is able to stack Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and even God on top of this, with Super Saiyan being a 50 times multiplier on top of his base form, Super Saiyan 2 being 2 times that, Super Saiyan 3 being 4 times that, and so on and so forth for Super Saiyan God as well, being millions of times stronger than his base form. Goku is later able to mix Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God together, creating Super Saiyan Blue, which would be 50 times stronger than Super Saiyan God, and he's able to stack Kaioken on top of this, as he shows this in his fight against Hit, who has the ability to time skip into the future, but Goku is able to snatch him out of the future and bring him back to the present, with Kaioken getting his power 2, 10, and even 20 times stronger. Later, Goku would fight against Jiren in the Tournament of Power, a mortal from Universe 11 who is stated to surpass his God of Destruction and has statements and guides that say he surpassed all of them, with the Gods of Destruction even having statements that their strength is from a higher dimension as well. Jiren would even surpass the Divine Timeline Infinite Zamasu, who is a god that infused himself with the cosmos of Trunks' timeline past, present, and future, and possibly even over Vegito Blue, who has statements of being even stronger than Beerus. Goku fights against Jiren, and Jiren is able to block Super Saiyan God Goku's punches with just a single finger, with these punches being millions of times stronger than the ones he threw at Beerus in the Battle of Gods arc. Jiren is even able to casually defeat Kaioken times 20 Blue Goku and forces him to use his trump card, the Universe 7 Spirit Bomb, but it's still not enough. With Goku pushing with times 20 Blue, Jiren is able to push it back with just a single glare, and Goku falls into his own attack, but his will not to die allows him to tap into something. Well, arising from the ashes of the Spirit Bomb is a mortal who achieved a form that the gods themselves cannot reach, the technique of the angels, Migata no Gokui, autonomous Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct Goku, simply by existing, is able to shake the infinite world of Void, which you can actually argue this realm is even greater than the 12 universes, as it's implied to be more durable than the macrocosms that these characters at this point can pretty much blink away. Goku is able to access Ultra Instinct 2 more times, once in his battle against the Universe 6 Potara Fusion Kefla, who has stated that she could destroy the entire universe in a single shot, and once more to fight against Jiren, with Goku being so strong at this point that his Kaioken times 20 blue scales above the god of destruction Toppo, who with a single destruction blast was able to warp the reality of the entire void. As Goku fights using his Ultra Instinct, he's getting sharper and hitting even harder, to the point that he closes his eyes and dives into Instinct completely.
Nasty flex. Impressive nasty flex, not gonna lie.
Jiren decides to fire his final and most powerful.
Now the part I like, excuse me. The part I like is when he whatchamacallit and what that Toppo ain't his name, and they were using the guns. I mean they powers, and Goku was just walking. That's the power. I don't know. Y'all know it. Y'all know the scene. Y'all know the scene. Y'all seen it. That I like that one. That like, and then it was the other scene where like it was giving Naruto fight. It was getting like, you know how Naruto to be fighting with it with him, bro. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it, bro. Y'all saw it. Like that whole fight. That whole fight I was watching. It was just giving like Naruto fighting style, like something like that. Oh man, I'm like, cause when I saw it, I'm like, yo, nah. I'm like, nah. It's giving off like Naruto style, like Naruto fighting styles in a way, but dang. Oh man, I wish I can go for that finance scene, bro. It was giving that. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit crazy though. Let go.
Powerful attack saying that it's over, but that's when Goku awakens something even more terrifying, making all of the gods stand up in admiration. As Goku is enveloped in a divine angelic glow, he flicks away Jiren's attack and sends him flying before he even knew what hit him. And standing atop the stage is complete in all its majesty, the mortal above the gods, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Goku is able to completely destroy Jiren, with Jiren breaking through his limits as well, as both fighters are fighting for the sake of both of their universes, and in the end, Goku is able to overpower Jiren and ultimately defeat him for Universe 7's victory, standing as the mortal who surpassed the gods in only 45 minutes. Entering into the manga, Goku takes on the literal strongest fighters in the universe, as Moro stated to be even stronger than Broly.
I mean, okay, let go.
And Goku is able to unlock perfected Ultra Instinct.
Nah, in the Marus, like y'all already know what I really scaled this Goku at. This dude is at galaxy level, bro. But like I said, if y'all want to wank him and all that, go ahead. I got Goku at galaxy. Well, it is what it is. But if y'all like I said, if y'all want to wank Goku, go ahead, bro. But ain't nothing gonna change me until I see like some more mangas. Until I see more of the manga, bro. Okay, but for now, as for now, galaxy, bro.
He breaks his arm on Goku's chest and even gains techniques like creating his own giant Susanoo. Goku fights against Granola and Gas, who literally wish to become stronger than him, giving up years of their life. Gas is able to take on both MUI Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta at the exact same time, and Goku is able to use true Ultra Instinct and become slightly stronger than the strongest in the universe, and after fighting his son, Mastered Ultra Instinct is once again his most powerful form, and this Saiyan is only getting stronger. Overall, Son Goku would scale from complex multiversal to outer versal. Like
I said, if y'all want to wank him that high, go ahead, bro. But like I said, I got him at galaxy level. Cap at galaxy level.
Infinite to irrelevant speed. Alright, so this matchup is either a pretty good fight or complete blowout depending on the interpretation.
Like I said, like I said, sometimes I'll say Goku, then sometimes I'll give it Sanjin, but then sometimes I just say it's a toss up, but then I look back at it again and say Sanjin, especially if we doing Sanjin. I mean, well, we ain't doing solo we ain't doing the solo thing. What one that other one is? Solo is it Rickon or something? That one. We did doing Sanjin from the anime and the other one, bro. Oh my god, bro. Let's continue.
If you take the interpretation that Goku is complex multiversal, he would be on the same dimensional tier as Jinwoo, which could give him a shot at winning, as Jinwoo has some pretty ridiculous hacks and can summon a gigantic army of shadows to fight at his side, which could eventually overwhelm Goku, granting Jinwoo the victory, adding the Saiyan to his shadow army. However, this doesn't really account for any of Goku's transformations that get him millions of times stronger and faster. While Sun Jinwoo would have some win conditions against,
like I said, it's a toss up. Like I've been saying, I can give it. It's a toss up, bro. It all who you want, who you think. But I give it like it's a toss up. Sometimes I'll say Goku, but then mostly I'm just saying Sun Jin, bro.
Complex Goku, the sheer amount of transformations and combat skill would give him the edge. Taking the universal interpretation, Goku stomps him and it's not even...
Oh, see this, it was this episode when he like did that, but that before he hit the power and then on which guy was doing the thing. Yeah, let me shut up. Well, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen the episode, right? I know y'all seen the episode.
Close. So I'll let you guys decide in the end which way to go. Either way, in my opinion,
let's hear his opinion.
Goku would still come out on top. So,
I mean, like I said, it's his opinion, which, you know, if y'all want to respect that, y'all want to go with that, y'all want to go with his opinion, cool. Well, like I said, I'm giving it to Sun Jin. But then again, I said I give it to Goku. But then again, I said it's just a toss up to me. But it's a toss up to me. It really is a toss up to me. It's a toss up, bro. But if y'all want to go with his opinion, go ahead, bro.
In the end, I guess I'll leave you guys with this. This fight's gonna be Jinwoo's last.
Someone as strong as you should know when you're completely outclassed.
What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this,
it was cool. I like that. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if y'all want to give it to Goku, go ahead. Y'all, if y'all want to give it to Sun Jin, woo. Hey, you already know, man. But like I said, I be giving like it's a draw, then a toss up and all that. Yeah. But you already know, man. Link up on our